Hey everybody, today we are in an 04 GMC Denali that has no controls for blend of the hot and cold or direction of the bi-level, which would be your defrost, vents, and floor heater controls. And I did a little Google search and came up with, it's a very common problem with GM vehicles from like 03, 02, maybe even back to 1999, all the way up to 14 with the blend door actuators and the bi-level actuator, I believe. There's two problems that can happen. One, they get out of time or get out of sync and they need to be recalibrated, or two, the actuators are actually gone or going kaput and it wreaks havoc with the system. I believe there's two systems. There's like this one here where it has the automatic blower controls, your automatic climate control and such. And then there's the old style that has the 4-position fan, blower motor, and then your hot and cold which actuator. This is the auto style. I went on, I think, GMFullSizeForum.com and found a discussion about this, and the gentleman laid this out pretty simple and straightforward. So we're going to give a shot at recalibrating the actuator doors on this 04 Denali that has the automatic climate control. So the first thing it tells you to do is, for on auto systems like this, turn the key on, press the auto, see if we can get in there and there, the auto control button until you see it come up down here on the screen. Then you want to turn the ignition off. Next step is underneath the hood, locating the fuse block. So I believe almost universally on this vintage of full-size Chevy vehicles, your under hood fuse panel will be directly in front of the driver's station, behind the battery, and it looks just like this here. I think on the cars, the battery was on the passenger side, and the fuse panel was located by that pillar over there. So once you find your fuse panel, you're going to want to look for the fuse that says, is it HVAC, HVAC, heating, ventilation, air coolation. Okay, so now we're over at the fuse block, and we need to pull the HVAC ECAS 10 amp fuse that's right above the 25 rear wiper fuse and these two 10 amp fuses here on this block next to these grounding blocks. So we go down here and find the two 10 amp, the 125, and the 10 right here, which is the fuse that we need to remove. And you can use pliers, or they have a fuse puller usually underneath the inside the block here, factory. And it says you want to remove that for 1 minute. So we're going to let that sit for 1 minute, and then we're going to go back inside and check out the control. Okay, so now we're back in the cabin, and it says to install the fuse and start the engine. When you start the engine, it says that the auto system should come up to 74 degrees Fahrenheit, which it has, meaning that it's self-resetting. It's still on the auto control. And it says it should be on AC. Do not touch the AC controls and let the engine run for 1 to 2 minutes. And you can feel right now that, yep, there's paper here. Hard to see. It's going through, and I believe all of the actuators are making complete from one end of the parameter to the other to reset themselves, because it was blowing out here. Now we're blowing out the floor. It should. There it comes. You can feel it blowing out up on the defroster. It says to let it run for 1 to 2 minutes, and then we're going to shut the engine off for 10 seconds, between 10 and 30 seconds. At least 10 seconds, but no more than 30. Okay, now we're shutting the engine off for the 10 to 30 seconds. And then once we restart it, we can test to see where our AC controls and all our blower motors and all our bidirectional is operating, or if it's operating as it should be, or if we need to actually break down and tear it apart and put new blend doors in. Turn it on. So I got this piece of plastic here to show it's actually coming out of the vent door. And we'll switch it. The blower door, the defrost door. And we'll take it down to the floor. Just to make sure everything's working okay. So I'm hoping that seems like it works. I hope that it's as easy for you and you get lucky like I did, and you don't have to tear your whole dash apart replacing the actuator doors, motor doors. I'm guessing on the automatic climate controlled, computer controlled climate, more often than not, or I should say at least more often than on the manual controlled ones, it's going to be a calibration issue versus the independently controlled manual HVAC systems. That's probably going to be a little bit more of the actual blend door actuators themselves. So thank you for watching. I hope this helps. Good luck, and please like and subscribe. Thanks.